What is going on here? Oh, let me pause that. All right. Everything looks all right from here. That can go down here. All right. There we go. That is a big old note. Make that a little smaller. Can keep that down there, I guess. Okay. Good. Excuse me. I'm in the wrong spot for that. Do 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 do. I need to go to, I know where I need to go. Not there. Do, 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 do. I'm going to run out of gas eventually. Yeah, it's over this way. See, eventually you figure out which trees and such to use as land area markers. Like that tree is where Camp Icarus is. All right, guys, if you're watching this on VOD, this is the Christmas stream for 2024, December 24th. Merry Christmas to everybody. We hope you're having a good time and a good family gathering and having fun with all your friends and family. Tonight we're just going to be doing the usual casual gameplay, nothing serious. This will be available on VOD later, of course, as usual. Whoa! All right. Where did we? Oh, over here. Do a little bit of housekeeping here. Wait a minute. Whoops. All right. So now, let's see. Let's go to other places.
Did you see that? When he had buying Sally trade, somebody was selling. I don't know if it was a member edition or not, but somebody was selling an AMC grave here 9.9.
Oh, wow. Well, yeah, it's probably kind of pricey at that tier. And that's just for a regular.
I didn't think it was.
It might have been the Mayhem edition because there's one of those too. But they're probably pretty pricey. Yeah, would be my guess.
Promoting.
Uh-huh.
But I know you like it.
Yeah, it's a good gun. It's the thing is, it's a level 100, but it's a mentor edition gun, so it doesn't behave like a normal level 100. I think they got the stats wrong, or they just didn't feel like changing them or something. Well, not just the mentor guns, but all the other ones that are level 100, because it really doesn't make sense, especially guns that you craft. I mean, you're going to want that to, if you're going to craft a gun, you want to be able to use it. And a lot of crafted weapons you can't. Well, at least the beginner ones, like the D1 and a few others, the MPH and the starter blueprint ones. But then later on, as your skills grow, you can craft the weapons that you can use, like LRs and the other ones once you get the blueprints drop for them. But initially, you would want a weapon that you can use until you get to the ones that you can craft on your own. So yeah, I agree. They need to rework that whole thing and make it make a little bit more sense. Because right now it doesn't. All right.
Are you gonna go sweat?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. No, You know better than to ask me a dumb question like that. Come on now. I don't think I need my armor for this part, so... In fact, I know I don't. I'm just running around at the moment. Let's take that off. It always takes my shoes off. What the shit?
Armor always.
Yeah, it always takes your shoes off for some reason. Well, maybe because your foot guards aren't covered by, or your foot guards won't cover shoes. Maybe that's one of the places that, you know, it actually replaces the item instead of covering it with the other one. Because there's 5 things that you can have on at a time. As far as clothing goes, that might not be one of them. Shoes might not be one of them. What am I doing? Why is this? No. You should be in your own channel. Yeah, now I have 2 of them. I don't need that one open there. Got another one somewhere. Ah, there it is. We don't really use that unless we've got something to look at, though. Okay, let's go to our next stop. Down here, we're probably going to make a visit to Royal Club, see what's going on out there, since I haven't really announced it yet, but we've been working on something with the landowner out there that after the new year, we're going to be holding events and some things out there if it works out. Some good stuff for everybody, and our society is going to be the ones managing the events and things like that. Now, we won't have anything to do with the Entropia Fund. That's all Chi, and I don't really know what that's all about yet anyway, so we won't have our hands in any of that. Just the sweat circles and events and kill teams and things like that. So stick around for that. That's hopefully we're going to get some good stuff going out there. Now, I know the history with Chi. Hey, Ratnik, how's it going, bud? I know the history with Chi. Sometimes, you know, it can be a little but that's okay. You know, personally, I have not had that kind of experience with Chi, so as far as I'm concerned, he's fine with me. So, we're going to give it a go and see what we can come up with out there for everybody. Just a minute. Well, he got 3 of them. Okay, well, he's well taken care of. Ask and thou shalt receive. Oh, I also wanted to mention that, you know, if you have questions about our videos or some of our streams, or just questions about mentoring or things you may not know or aren't clear on, go ahead and ask. That's part of what this stream is for. It's to give people a chance that have seen our videos and watched episodes of The Entropian's Guide to the Universe a chance to come on and, you know, ask questions if they have them, or ask for more clarification if they need it, or just come hang out and chat and shoot the shit, whatever. You know, that's part of what this stream does. So if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask, and we will answer them for you. Because sometimes some of our videos, some things aren't exactly clear, but they're as clear as we can make them. So we try to do really good with that. And I forgot what I was doing because I'm talking. All right. I was going somewhere.
You were going to Royal Club.
I was going to Osir first. Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. The first bit was a little bit rocky, so that's going to be in the VOD, but as always, if you missed the stream or have to leave early or whatever, it will be available on the YouTube on demand in the Solis Live video archive, and as well as the general gameplay and new releases playlist. So, that takes care of that. Alright, here we are at Osir. Looks like Osir really isn't all that active. What is going on? I figured there'd be more people here. Maybe they're at Royal Club. Thank you very much, OSD, for the new follow. I do appreciate that. You're not going to see a lot of look what I can do. Thank you very much, OSD, for the Prime subscription. I appreciate that. Now, you're not going to find a lot of look what I can do in our content, or look at me, I'm this big shiny Uber that has all this expensive gear. That's not what we're about. We're about helping... Why am I running around? We're about helping people learn how to play the game and have a better experience. So that's what this thing is about. We're also here to answer questions, and sometimes on the stream we'll be going over some things that maybe I didn't cover in a video, or maybe Melanie didn't cover, that we may have forgotten, or, you know, that kind of thing. Plus, it's nice to hang out with people. So let's go to Osir right quick, and then we'll check out Royal Club. Oh, I am at it. Ooh, geez. There's really nobody here. So let's go ahead and check out Royal Club, see if anybody's out there. Maybe they will be, I don't know. Royal Club's been a little bit abandoned lately, but that's part of what we're going to try and do to get things rolling out there. Oh, we're also going to have open kill teams again, so anybody will be able to join the kill teams out there and participate in that.
Nobody here either.
There's somebody here. Let's see who we've got here. Oh, it's Henry. Let's go up the hill and see if anybody's up there. They may be, they may not be, because up the hill is just a little bit out of radar range. So, it doesn't look like it. No, well, I don't know. I don't think anybody's out here quite yet. But as I said, we're going to be getting things going again out here and managing kill teams and things like that after the first of the year. We're still working out the fine details, but keep an eye out for that. We will also announce it when we are doing it. There's a few people out here. I think they're just hunting right now. I don't think there's a sweat circle going at the moment. No, doesn't look like it. That's okay. We'll try to get this place hopping again. But as I said, that'll be after the first of the year, so keep an eye out for that. We will make announcements in our content, in our streams, and all over Entropia when we're doing things out there. So hopefully soon we'll get that going. Oh, also, if you have suggestions on things you might like us to do videos on, or episodes of the Entropian's Guide to the Universe, feel free to let us know in the comments in the YouTube stream, or here in the chat, or in the YouTube chat. Either one. I'm broadcasting on both Twitch and YouTube at the moment, so I will see it in either regard. And we'll try to put together a video that you guys suggest. We try to do that, but so far we're covering planets and various things on planets that are geared towards new players, and very helpful, by the way. Okay, let's see. Where do we want to go now? Well, I guess now we'll just go free hunt for a little bit. Now, we are free to play, as a lot of you know. So we do hunt big when we can, but we don't deposit. So sometimes, you know, we have to stick with the small stuff. But that's okay, because if you're chasing skills, you're not wasting pet. That's one thing to remember for all the new players, that if you are new to the game, you don't have to go hunting the big stuff or any of that. The biggest thing that is most helpful is to try and be as consistent as possible. Because if you're consistently skilling, the globals and the Hoffs will come. The more skills you have and the more diversity you have in your professions, the more of a chance you have of getting a global or a Hoff. So instead of chasing globals and Hoffs, we chase skills. Ugh. Can't remember. There was something else we were discussing. Yes, a bankroll is important. It is. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot easier to play if you do have a bankroll. Free to play is a difficult path to take, but there are ways that you can mitigate some of the losses and some of the things that you can't do if you're a depositing player. Now, we understand some players, because of exchange rates and countries and things like that, they can't really deposit in an effective way. Or there's some countries that even a $10 deposit in US money would be a whole month's salary to them. So that's more what we're geared for doing, is showing people how they can mitigate and, have an easier time. I'm not going to say it's like gravy train, because it's not, but if you know what to do, to mitigate those risks and losses, then it's not so bad. It just takes longer to get things done, for sure. But yes, you are correct. A bankroll is very important, but you can play without one. It just takes a lot longer to do things. And I forgot where I was going. Yeah, but I forgot where. Let's see. So I think what we'll do is we'll do some skilling on some Argonauts once I remember. No, actually, let's do MERPs today. MERPs were paying pretty well yesterday. So we're gonna, now we could go out to Orthos or we could go to Hestia. Hestia seems to be a little bit, I don't know if you want to call it that. I don't think as many people shoot or go hunting out there.
I don't. I'm due for I go to Orthos.
Yeah, you're right, Dragon. Swunting as free to play is probably the best, especially if you can find mobs with a good average markup to swunt. You're correct. The thing about that is a lot of mobs with decent markup, you're going to have to build your dodge and evade up a little bit before you can, I'm not going to say successfully, but I'm going to say effectively swunt some of them. But there are lower levels that do have some pretty good markup, depending on the planet you're on. Oh, excuse me. Or, one thing to remember is that when you're skilling, your skills that you're receiving do have a PED value. If you look at your codex, for example, I didn't know I was that close to an Atrax. Okay, but anyway, if you look at the rewards, the numbers there, 1.35 PED, that's a PED value for that skill. The only thing about skills is they're not considered loot. So what happens a lot of times is, especially with newer players, is they may not be receiving a lot of returns back in terms of loot, as far as like items and markup. However, if this is happening to you, take a look at while you're hunting. I'll demonstrate this in a little bit, but if you look at your system tab while you're hunting, you may notice you're getting a lot of skill. Yeah, I know, I'm just wandering around aimlessly. That happens a lot when I start talking. Let's see, which one was it? I think it was this one that goes where we want to go. Yep, this is the one we wanted. So out here at this little outpost, the Hestia's basically right over that hill. It's not that far away. You've got you've got your repair terminals and TT terminals and all that up here, which makes this a pretty good place to hunt. I wouldn't mind if they put a few more of these outposts, sprinkled them around a little bit more. Those would be actually really good. So we're out here at Hestia. We're going to be hunting some merps and see if we can get some globals and maybe some decent markup. Now let's see. I got some BLP ammo. Huh? Yep, that's right. It's there's a couple other locations it'll beam you to. I think they're just around the Hestia, but this one goes out here. I haven't really paid attention to where the other ones go. I'm not really at Hestia a lot. Yeah, that's correct, Dragon. Selling skills is a very involved and complex thing. There's a lot of math that goes into that to make sure you do it correctly, because you can mess your skills and professions up really bad if you don't know what you're doing and you go to extract skills or if you go to chip in. So it does require a lot of, uh, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Math, and you got to be really careful, because we've had new players that have done that and they're like, man, I shouldn't have done that because it messed me all up. And you just got to be really careful, because you have to remember that each profession has 12 skills that drive it, and some of those skills, in fact most of them, are shared amongst all your professions. So if you're taking, say, we'll use 10 ped as an example, 10 ped out of, we'll say, okay, let me bring my professions up for this. That's my skills. Well, we can do that. So say you want to take maybe 10 ped out of aim, right? And you want to sell that. Well, the thing is, your aim skill is a pretty important one. That's in any kind of combat, like your laser, your range laser, your BLP sniper. All of your combat professions share that one skill. So if you take 10 ped of aim out, but you don't take out the rest of the skills that correspond with the professions that's in, you're going to end up with a really unbalanced profession and skill situation that you have to go back and redo. So if you are going to do that, do be very careful about doing it. Looks like Twitch has an ad starting, and that's going to be about 1.5 minutes, and we'll see you on the other side of that. We only do about 4 ad breaks per hour, so we're not going to load everybody up with ads either. I really don't. I kind of don't like the fact that we need to run ads to make money, but it is what it is. So we try to minimize what everybody gets pushed and still make a little bit of an income for ourselves. So don't worry, we won't be pushing sponsors or any of that kind of stuff that you normally hear. We don't do that. We try to keep our content as clean and relevant as possible. Yeah, exactly. I mean, when they started that idea, it was a neat idea, but oh my goodness, they didn't explain that you better be really careful, because you'll screw your character up if you do that the wrong way and end up regretting it. So right now I'm using a Starkov 3. Let's see. What is that? Yeah, Starkov LPR3 CDF edition. It does 10.6 damage per second, which is, I wanted to talk a little bit about using the right weapon for the right mob. Now, there's been some people that we've trained that, they will go and get the biggest expensive weapon they can get and all that kind of stuff, thinking that if they buy bigger things, it's going to help them, until they find out that's not the case. So, along with making sure you're using the weapons that you're skilled for, now being an SIB is okay. It's not ideal, but it is okay. Like, for example, if I were to start using this one, this is my Mentor Edition A&P Series Brave. Now, it's a level 100 gun, right? So let's see here.
grab your loot.
Just hang on a minute. I'm doing more than one thing at a time here. Alright, now this is a level 100 weapon. But I want you to walk. Ooh, I'm gonna die. Heal! I'm gonna die. Because I'm not wearing armor. I forgot that I wasn't wearing armor. Yeah, you don't want to be over DPS for sure. That is wasting ped like you wouldn't believe. So there is a little bit of fine tuning you're going to want to do once you do reach a skill level where you can do decent damage, you've got a decent weapon, and you've got a decent range of weapons. Now, I even still use Rubios and Azaros on punies. I also have my, that's not it. I have my Bukin here that I've been tiering. I got to get this one to tier 2 when I think about it. Now, your Bukin is actually pretty decent once you start tearing it and putting enhancers and things on it. At first, it's not so good, but later on, it becomes really good when you enhance it and put some things on it like an eco enhancer and an accuracy enhancer and damage enhancers. But as I was saying, if you'll watch with this A&P series Brave that I'm talking about here, you'll notice it's a level 100 gun. Now, the thing about this is, on the low end, I'm below what the damage range is here. But the thing is, because this is a mentor, and I do get some misses, yeah, because I'm not at 100. But the thing is, because this is a mentor edition weapon, you'll see over here in my system tab, it doesn't quite behave like one. It behaves more like you're in SIB than it does a level 100 weapon. That's just completely wasting ped. Now, I wouldn't suggest you do this a lot. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't suggest you do it a lot. Now, the thing about the level 100 weapons, like as I said, we ourselves and a few other mentors are thinking some of the stats are wrong.